this way. Hey, everybody. It is me. I am back. It is Ask Tisha. This is session 3. Thank you for those who are coming in every single week, hitting me up in my inbox, asking questions, getting that extra information that I provide to those who hit me up. But today we're going to talk about how to basically have a better Facebook Lives for your business. Now, the reason why we're doing this is because, as many of you know, I just finished a 14-day business challenge with a very well documented person, and we had to go live every single day, and it made me realize the titles really do make a big impact. Some of the things that I noticed with a lot of people when they go live and they have nothing in the description. So there's really nothing there for people to say, okay, well, let me watch this, when there's no description, because people don't know what your live is about, especially if we're scrolling mobilely or at work and we don't have the sound on. And all we see is you're talking, but we don't know what you're talking about because there's nothing in your description. Now, some people's descriptions I have seen where I was just confused, which is why I started watching it. And then when I realized what it is, I was like, no, I don't want to do that. Now, if you're using this for your business purposes, whether you're doing this on your business page or your personal page, one of the things you got to realize is that content does matter. But we're going to walk through some steps that I've learned that I'm sharing with you, my beautiful Facebook people, and in hopes that this will help you with your Facebook Lives. And of course, I can also show you, if you become part of my squad, I can show you how to use this to increase your numbers. So the first thing that we are going to talk about is that you want to make sure that your titles are persuasive and your headlines are something that will grab people. Now, there's a book I can show you that has some great examples in it, but we want to raise curiosity and lessons resistance, because like I said, if I can't tell what you're doing based off of the headline or description or something, I may not watch, or I may not stay that long, because you might be showing us a once in a lifetime concert, but I don't know that because all I see is someone singing on the stage. I don't know what's going on. So titles. Here are some examples of titles that you can use. How to blank without blank. So like how to earn extra income without a second job, or how to blank even if blank. Example would be how to lose weight even if you don't work out, or how to use blank to blank. How to use a screwdriver to turn a TV knob, different things like that. Of course, you want to do, you want to put something in there that's definitely going to grab their attention. You don't want to sound pitchy where it sounds like you're trying to sell them something, because you know what? Most people just keep on scrolling. Now, I'm going to talk a little bit about some of the formats for a successful Facebook Live. Now, of course, those of you that are tuning in, make sure you connect. Let me know what's going on. Let me know where you're checking in from, because I would love to definitely hear from you. Yes, I do have my phone because I am looking at my notes on the computer. So I want to make sure that I keep up with everything that you might be saying as I'm going through, because please ask questions. Definitely ask questions if there's something that you want to know, there's information you want to know, or if you have your own stories that you want to go ahead and tell us, because you know what? I love hearing other people's stories. So, sorry, I'm making sure that everything is straight on my phone, because, sometimes my phone don't act right, and no, it's not an Android thing. So first thing, intro. Your introduction is going to be something of the lines of, something should be basic, it's going to be intro, question, content, CTA, and before you do your live, pre-engage, comment on other people's posts, lives, and stories, answer a few messages too. This will increase your engagement. Most people will just jump on the live and then wonder why nobody's seeing it, no one's looking at it, no one's commenting. Well, for one, if you're not consistently going live, they're not consistently looking for you, and they don't have the notifications turned on in order for them to know when you're live. But when you engage with people in your timeline and even in groups, it'll actually help bump your stuff up, which I didn't even know. I didn't even realize that we should be doing the engagement prior to. Now, the engagement can be anywhere from 5 to 20 minutes. It doesn't have to be nothing big. Don't overthink it. Just do it. So the title should be basic. Hi, my name is. Don't try to sound impressive, and definitely don't mention your status, title, or rank. I see that all over the place where people say, I am this person of that level and I'm that person of that level. Basically, when you do that, people kind of already know you're trying to sell them or impress them already. And people are not going to be impressed. Because I'm honestly, for me, I'm not a type of person when you give me a title that impresses me, because anybody can get a title. I want to know what you do. Now, the hook, you will hook them in by actually repeating the title in the question form. Well, kind of. So it's kind of. So like, hey, my name is Tisha. Would you like to learn how to lose weight without working out? Well, stick around. So now people are going to want to sit around and watch. So like basically your title and the hook. The hook is what you want them. It's what's going to grab them in, I guess. Just how it says. It's a hook. It's something that's going to pull them in. So some examples that we learned were how to eliminate your split ends without breaking the bank. How to talk to strangers without feeling weird, which might be something we could do. How to prospect people you don't know, even if you're an introvert. How to impress a woman without changing your looks. How to lose 10 pounds this month, even if you don't like working out. Start thinking like a marketer, people. That is the key thing that everyone here forgets. People sit here and they think like a consumer, or they think like a salesperson, and all they're trying to do is just sell something versus trying to share information. Now, don't be a consumer. Now, when you buy something, you don't sit there and say, excuse me, I'm saying this backwards. When you buy something, you think to yourself, what made me want to buy this? So as you're promoting your business, whatever it is, and definitely tell me in the comments what you do, when you're doing it, what is it that's making them want to work with you? What is it that makes them want to buy your specific product, your specific services, or even to join your specific team? You don't want to be an expert. Excuse me. You don't have to be an expert to share some valuable content. There's this word that I know. It's called Google. Google does a lot of great things. You can find a lot of great information. You don't have to come on Facebook and say, hey, I'm an expert at this. Let's go ahead and talk about it. But then if you're not an expert at nothing, now you start procrastinating because you're not perfect and an expert. Don't worry about it. Some of the stuff I talk about, I'm not actually an expert in it. I'm not. Hey, Kanishan, Alice, I see all of you. Bernadette, Kimberly, Nikki, thank you for joining in. I so appreciate it. I'm not an expert. I'm giving you my stories. I'm giving you my interpretations. I'm giving you my opinions. And some of it are just things that I've seen. And yes, some of this is backed up by Google research. But an example is you want to do weight loss tips. Title, how to lose weight without working out. Your intro is, hi, my name is, which is something, I have to get better on that aspect. I'm not good at doing hi, my name is, because I kind of feel on Facebook, my name because my name is right there, but I am going to work on that. Question, would you like to know how to lose weight without working out? Well, stick around because I'm going to show you with 4 tips I found earlier this morning from an article I read. Now, but some people, they're like, oh my God, that's just so structured. That's just so corny. You can make it fit yourself, but make sure you keep the format. Would you like to blank without blank? Well, stick around because I'm going to show you the 4 tips. Now, it's very important that you state how many tips you're going to talk about or how many points you're going to make or anything like that. Then content, share the tips. Hope you got value. Feel free to share and drop a comment. Now, you want them to go ahead and drop comments. You want them to go ahead and participate in your live. You want to engage. I know some people have gone through trainings where they tell you to just go ahead and talk to them. Don't engage, stay focused. Engage with your people. They love that. People want to be recognized. People want to hear those shout outs. Back in the day, okay, the 90s for me, people used to love to get on the radio and get shouted out on the radio because it made them feel important. Well, make your people feel important. Now, when you finish sharing your tips, definitely hope you got value. Ask for likes, ask for loves, and then CTA them. Oh, wait, I never told you what CTA means, did I? Let me tell you what CTA means. It is your call to action. Some say CTC, call to comment. Call to comment is if you're not doing a live and you're just doing a post. Your CTA is basically you telling the audience what you want them to do. So it'll go, by the way, I have 6 more amazing tips. Feel free to message me and I'll give you the rest of the tips absolutely free. Now that's it. You're done. You know, you can end it with goodbye, have a great evening. But if you start rambling on, throw your CTA back out again. Because for some of us, it's hard to get off of a live because we're waiting for somebody. Hey, Nakia Webster, how you doing? I see you. For some people, it's definitely hard to get off a live because it's like when you're on the phone, it's like, okay, bye, bye. Okay, now I know I can get off. When you're on a live, you're like, hey, how you doing? Okay, all right. There's nobody telling you bye. Your CTA is your goodbye. Now you can take any topic, Google it, and share content. Now, here's the kicker that's probably going to throw a lot of you. Your CTA is not product or company specific. I repeat, not product or company specific. So do not sit there and say, by the way, I have 6 more amazing tips. If you want to get a hold of some of my products, definitely hit me up. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't try to sell them. Don't try to sell them. Keep it up with your topics. Now, there are different types of lives I can show you. Now, that'll be in a different training, the non-authoritative training. And then there's one that talks about where you basically talk about apples and then just end it with this line talking about oranges real quick before you get off. Now, the reason so many people find network marketing like shady and underhanded is because if they actually use a CTA, they focus specifically on a product. Now, I want you to think about all of the lives you have watched. How many of those lives have been geared more about selling you on something versus educating you on something? You know what I mean? So if we're talking about weight loss, like an example, their CTA would be, I have a great product that will burn fat. Well, now you're trying to sell me on what you have. Well, what if I don't want what you have? Well, what if I can get what you have at Amazon? You know what it is? People don't buy or network marketing. People won't buy stuff just because of product. They buy it from you because of you and what you've shown and that knowledge and things. People will just ask, what's the name? And then when you avoid the question, they think you're being shady. So don't even talk about it. Don't even mention it. Don't bring it up at all. Don't wear the name on the company name, your t-shirts or anything like that. Avoid all of that. Because you know what? You know why we don't say the name? Because we don't want to create a bunch of independent researchers who end up on Google, but to them, it just looks shady. Now, I'm going to understand a lot of people go on Google, they will research your business, say, oh, well, that's a scheme, that's a spam. They're going to go find that lone man in Alaska sitting in the igloo who did this video about how your company sucks when they've never been a part of your company or basically didn't do the work to be successful, so it sucks. They don't know nothing. So you don't want them to do that. You're going to have that for people who are into weight loss. They'll sit there and say, oh, I tried that shake. That shake didn't work. But they won't mention the fact that they were still eating 6 meals a day, going to Wendy's, McDonald's, and Burger King. You know what I mean? There's things that be left out. So don't even mention it. Just keep it going. The 2 main drivers for success in doing your Facebook Lives are educational or entertaining. And I think I do both. I don't know. Let me know. Am I educational and entertaining? I try to be both because most of y'all who know me for real, I could be a real comedic when I want to. Okay, I'm silly. But many people are not entertaining, but anyone can be educational. Now, the CTA should be for more information. We're seeking conversations. That's the whole purpose of our Facebook Lives. We are looking to have conversations with people, regardless of what industry you're in, whether it is in the travel, whether it's in health and wellness, whether it is in the CBD, isogenics, whatever. We're looking for conversations. Now, here's the kicker. When they reach out for you for more information, I'm going to teach you a secret he told us. We're going to use the CTA delay. And for those of you in the back that didn't hear, the CTA delay, people. So this is the CTA delay. So you go ahead, you did your closing. You said, hey, I'll be more than happy to send you those tips when I'm in front of my computer. I'm just curious. How's your weight loss journey going so far? Then get off the computer. Don't type nothing. Don't say nothing. Just wait. No matter how many times you look at the little dots pop up on the screen, like, okay, is it going to happen? No, wait. Now, of course, make sure you ask a question that's relative to your CTA, but we're going to stick with the weight loss. Now, what time you do your live and how long it is does not matter. Just do it and be consistent. Now, with the CTA delay, one of the things you got to understand is let them start talking about their weight loss journey. If you are in a weight loss program, learn about their journey, learn about their problem, and then work your way into you're talking about the products you might have. But of course, always give them information. Don't be one of those people that say, I had more information and never send it to people when they want it. Now, there's a really great book that I can tell you about that'll help you with your scripts for social media. And if you're interested, let me know and I will get you the information for it. Now, remember, you're not advertising to a standing army. You're advertising to a moving parade. And that's Mr. David Ogilvy said that. And I love it because what most people think, and I've had conversations with people about this, is people think that if they put a post up and they have 3,500 friends, they all saw it. And I said, well, what makes you think all 3,500 people saw your post? Well, because they're my friends, this is my timeline. I said, do you think that you're the only friend that they have? So all they see is you? And it was like, well, you got to understand, you're going to have to repeat stuff. You're going to have to go out there and throw out CTAs. You're going to have to go out there and, consistently do your lives. Consistency is very, very, very important. I know that is something that is hard for a lot of people to do because it's just hard to be consistent. It is. I struggle with it, but when I realized what my goal was and the only way to get to my goal was to be consistent, there we go. So now you have a moving parade doing this, going back and forth, and boom, you got somebody. Back and forth, and ooh, you got somebody. And then, oh, you got somebody. And then it'll start getting to, if you are consistent and doing great with your whole Facebook Lives and the structure, it's going to be, ooh, 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 ooh. You know what I mean? I know I probably sound like an ape, sorry. Now, you may not have anyone reach out for more information initially. Stay consistent and they will. Trust and believe they will. You just got to keep being consistent, keep working on it. And you know what? A good title right now, because I'm going to challenge y'all, and it's optional, but I'm going to give y'all a challenge. I'm going to give you a challenge. If you want to take this challenge, I want you to comment, I accept. But the challenge is, I want you to do a live tomorrow. And the challenge is to do a live that is titled, How to Use Facebook Live to Make More Money on Social Media. Again, how to use Facebook Live to make more money on social media. Again, remember, for those of you who came in late, you do not have to be an expert. Google is your friend. So the question is, and I'll write this out when I get off the live. Off the live, I'll type this out for you so you can actually see it again. The question is, hey guys, would you like to learn how to use Facebook Lives to make more money on social media? Well, stick around because I'm going to share some tips. So guess what, everybody? You're going to have to go Google for information and then share tips. Share the tips from what you learned to these people. That is your content. And then at the end, you're going to go with, by the way, I paid good money to be a part of this challenge. That's what I would say, because this is actually from the challenge. But what you can say is, I'm going to reword this for you because this is actually from our challenge and you're not in the challenge, but this is my challenge. You can say, by the way, I spent good time learning this information and I'll be more than happy to share what I'm learning about. You can actually, no matter of fact, I'm not going to word it for you. You can actually send me messages with your CTAs and I'll let you know how they look. But basically you can talk about how you took this training and how you learned so much great information and you'd be willing to share more. You can share the tips. So a tip that you can do is, so say you find something that has 20 tips on how to use Facebook Live to make money. Only give them 10. And then say, by the way, there are 10 more great tips I would love to share. If you would like this information absolutely free, go ahead and send me a message right now and I'll get you the information. That's it. And then when they reach out, use that CTA delay. And I'm telling you, it works. Say, I'd be happy to share my notes with you as soon as I'm in front of my computer. Just curious. What kind of business are you trying to build? Boom. Now, doesn't that sound easy? Now, you might have people from all types of businesses reaching out to you, which is great, because even if this is not somebody that might be interested in your business, and I'm not saying to recruit or prospect anybody, but to practice, you get to network with people in different businesses. And it's always great to be a network marketer that networks with other people. Now, don't worry about being a master at this. Just focus on a good title, then do your intro, get your question, get your content, and get your CTA. That's it, people. Very simple. Very easy. For those of you that may want to do this challenge, make sure you put I accept. If you didn't get the information or need me to send it out to you, definitely when I get off the live, I'm actually going to type it into the bottom. Should I type it at the bottom of the live? No, I shouldn't do that. You know why? Because if I type it at the bottom of the live after I get off the live, guess what? It shows up at the front of the live. So I guess if you want the information, I'm not going to type it in the live because then it's going to show up at the front and then it's going to confuse people. Send me a message. And what I'll do is I'll actually send you the notes from this class and you could just see everything that we just spoke about. If you want those notes, go ahead and let me know. Send me a message. But to get the notes, you got to accept the challenge. So I'm going to go ahead and go. I'm going to run off, do some more things. I got some trips to look out. But if you want to accept the challenge and you want these notes, go ahead and send me a message and I'm going to talk to you later. And that's it. Enjoy your Wednesday. See you later, everybody.